Hello and welcome to Miss Riley's Maths videos. This is a video that I'm doing revising different topics with them as we go through our homework. So recently we did factorising, we've also covered sets and some other algebra. So these questions, as you see here, these are the type of questions we're going to be covering. So basically short questions on all of those topics. Enjoy or find this video helpful. Feel free to pause the video at this point and attempt any of these questions that you can, and then come back and watch the solutions. So first one, simplify. So simplify here means multiply out the brackets and tidy up. Now I'm not actually going to talk too much through this video. I'll talk a little bit, but I just don't want it to be a very long video. Okay, so 3x by 5x is 15x squared, and 3x by 2 is 6x. I can't add those together because they're different powers. Second one, multiply out the brackets and tidy up. So 4x by x is 4x squared, 4x by minus 2 is minus 8x, 3 by x is 3x, and 3 by minus 5 is minus 15. The only things that go together there are the minus 8x plus the 3x. So minus 8x plus 3x is minus 5x. A dice is rolled. Well, remember, if you roll a dice, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. What's the probability of getting a 5? There's 1 5 out of 6 numbers, so it's 1/6. A multiple of 3, well, that could be 3 or 6, so there's 2 out of 6, which is 1/3. A prime number could be 2, 3, or 5. Remember, 1 is not prime, so that's 3 out of 6, which is a half. We always write our probabilities as a fraction, a decimal, or a percentage, but I like fractions. I think they work best. If W is A, B, C, D, E, so this is a set A, B, C, D, and R is the set M, A, T, C, H, E, S, write down the cardinal number of W. So cardinal number of W, that's what that symbol means. And that means how many elements are in W. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in W. Cardinal number of R, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 elements in R. List the elements of W intersection R. So which elements are in both? Well, A is in both, B isn't, C is in both, D isn't, E is in both. So the elements of W intersection R are A, C, E. Is ACD a subset of W? That's a subset. Is ACD, or is everything in ACD in W? And yes, it is, so it's true. So subset's a smaller set formed out of the bigger set. Draw a Venn diagram to illustrate these sets. Here's A, here's B. A is 5, 10, 15, 20. 15, 17, 18, 20, 22 is what's in B. I want to put the things in that are the same. So 15's in both, 20's in both, and that's all. So I'm going to start off by putting 15 in the middle because that's in both sets. It's in B and it's in A. Now 5, 10, 15, 20, that's all of A. And for B, 15, 17, 18, 20, and 22. Find the size of the angles P, W, and Y in this diagram. So remember, we've got vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. We've also got the F angles, which are corresponding. They're equal. Okay, and we've got the Z angles. These guys are equal. Those are our 3 different types of angles. So 80, oh, and we've got vertical opposite. 80 and P. P must be 80 degrees. W, there's a straight angle. So W must be 180 minus 80, which is 100. So W is 100 degrees. 80 and Y are alternate. So Y is equal to 80 degrees. So P equals 80 degrees, W equals 100 degrees, and Y is equal to 80 degrees. Okay, that's the first day. That's Monday the 15th of April. Now, second day. Simplify by multiplying out the brackets and tidying up. Okay, 5 by x is 5x squared. 5x by 2 is 10x. Minus 3x by x is minus 3x squared. And minus 3x by 4 is minus 12x. This guy and this guy go together. 5x squared minus 3x squared is 2x squared. And this guy go together. 10x minus 12x is minus 2x. They can't go together because they're different powers. Which side of this triangle is the hypotenuse? Label it C. Well, the hypotenuse is opposite the right angle. It's the side that's the longest and it doesn't touch the angle. So that's C. 3x minus 5 equals 13. I'm going to add 5 to both sides because I want numbers on one side and letters on the other. 3x is equal to 18. Divide by 3. X is equal to 6. So we were looking for what value had x. So that's how we did it. Factorize fully. So this is what we've done recently, and the class has done really well. First one. So always look for the highest common factor. Is there anything that goes into 3x and 6y? 3 goes in. 3 by what gives me 3x? 3 by x, and 3 by what gives me 6y? I need 2y. What's in common between 4x squared and 10x is 2x. The highest common factor of 4 and 10 is 2, and I need an x because there's an x in both of them. 2x by what gives me 4x squared? 2x by 2x gives me 4x squared, and I need a 5 to make 10x. Now here, there's nothing in common right across, so I'm going to split it down the middle. And there's a in common by x plus y, plus 3 in common by x plus y. So I've got x plus y by a plus 3. So to remember, we look at the first two, we find out what's in common. A is in common. The second two, 3 was in common. What did I need to multiply by a to get ax plus y? I was missing x plus y. And what did I need? I also needed x plus y. Now, once I've got the same bracket here and here, that becomes part of my final answer. And everything else that's not that bracket goes into another bracket. Draw a Venn diagram to illustrate these two sets. Okay, so what's in common? C isn't, R isn't, I is in common, E is in common. I think that's it. So I and E go in here, and cricket C, R, I, E. Oh, T is in common as well. T is in common. C-R-K, and then in tennis, T-E-N-I-S is what's left. So E went, T went, and I went. Okay. This set H has elements in it. So X such that X is a factor of 12. So it has lots of elements in it so that the elements are all factors of 12. So how I answer that is I list all the factors of 12, all the numbers that divide evenly into 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Use the Venn diagram to answer the questions below. This one, the cardinal number of Q. How many elements are in Q? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. List the elements of Q intersection T. That means the overlap here. So that's 12, 14, and 16. List the elements of Q union T. So that's both these sets joined together. So it's going to be 11, 13, 15, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Write down two subsets of set T. So what two smaller sets? There's loads of these. What two could I make? So let's have one with one element. 18 is in T, so that's a subset. And let's have one with three elements, 12, 18, and 20. Any set that is made up of some of the elements of T would be true for subsets, a smaller set made out of the bigger set. Okay, we're on to Wednesday. We're doing well. Here's Wednesday. X is on one side, numbers on the other because it's an equation. I'm going to add 3 to get rid of that 3. So I've got 5x is equal to 2x minus 6. I'm going to take those 2x away. 3x is equal to minus 6. And then I'm going to divide by 3. X is equal to minus 2. Now, what do I have here? I've got a straight angle, first of all. Let's do that. There's a straight angle. So 100 degrees and C. C must be 80 degrees. And A and 30 degrees, again, are straight angles. So 180 minus 30 is 150. So A must be 150 degrees. And then these three angles add up to 180. So 180 minus 30. Okay, so what do I have? So far I've got 110. So what's left is 70. So B must be 70 degrees because these three add up to 180. Okay, element of, not an element of, subset of, not a subset of. M is an element of B. T is not an element of B. UHA, UHA, that is a subset of B. A, E, I, O, U. Does this have A, E, I, O, U? A, I, O, E, and U. Yes, so that's a subset of B. SHYR, SHYR. Yeah, that's a subset. And A is an element of B. Okay. 3x squared, multiply this out. 3x squared by 5x squared is 15x to the power of 4. 3x squared by 3x is plus 9x cubed. 3x squared by minus 4 is minus 12x squared. And that's all I can do. I can't add anything together. Find the slope of this line. Here's my formula. I've even labeled x1, y1, x2, y2, and I've even written down what they are. So y2 minus y1 is 9 minus 5 over x2 minus x1, 6 minus 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. 6 minus 3 is 3. So I've got 4/3 is the slope of the line. Okay, sorry about that. This was a difficult one for you. When x equals 3 and y equals minus 5, find the value of. So you seem to like to do it bit by bit. So 3y is 3 times minus 5, which is minus 15. xy is x times y, so 3 times minus 5 again, which is also minus 15, and then minus x plus 5. So I've got minus 15, minus 15, minus x plus 5. So minus 33, sorry, plus 5, minus 33 plus 5, which is minus 28. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. We're nearly there now. Factorize fully. So what's in common here is 5. 5 by 2x plus y, because I'd need 5 by 2 to get 10 and an x to get 10x. I need y to get 5y. How about here's in common is 2. 2 by a plus 2p minus 4c. That's what 2 was in common, and I needed a, 2p, and minus 4c. Here there's nothing in common right across. Split it down the middle. So I've got 3 by t plus p. And what's in common here is a by t plus p. So 3 plus a by t plus p. And then this one here, what's in common is a and x. What do I multiply by ax to get ax squared? I need an x. And to get a squared x, I need an a. Ax by x plus a. Okay, so here I've got lots of things going on. Again, I've got my f angles, I've got my z angles, and I have my x angles. Okay, so let's see. Easiest one is this one. It's vertically opposite, so that's 50. There's a straight angle, so that's 180. So D must be 130. Here's a Z angle. These are alternate, so B is 50. And D and C are corresponding like F. They're F angles, they're corresponding angles, so C is 130. So A is 50, B is 50, C is 130, and D is 130. Solve this equation to find the value of x. Add 2 to both sides. 5x is equal to 10. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X is equal to 2. The theorem of Pythagoras says that for a right angle triangle, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I've labeled them here. So what do? We set this up. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. A is 5, b is 12, and c is x. So 5 squared plus 12 squared is equal to x squared. So if I put these in my calculator, I get 25 plus 144 is equal to x squared. 169 is equal to x squared. So to get rid of the squared, I have to square root. So the square root of 169 is equal to x. So x is equal to 13. So the hypotenuse of that triangle is 13. Find the slope. This is x1, y1, x2, y2, x1 equals 2, y1 equals 4, x2 equals 5, y2 equals minus 2, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So minus 2 minus 4 over x2, 5 minus 2. So minus 6 over 3, which is minus 2. So the slope of that line is minus 2. And on the Venn diagram below, shade in the area that represents A intersection B. A intersection B is the overlap, so that's that. Okay, hope that's been useful. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.